it's about the game. I want to talk to you guys about the game and what I've been seeing and everything else. I want to hear you guys' opinion in the comments, what you think about this stuff. But and please let me know if my new headset is working good, please. If you can hear me good. So I know I didn't buy a piece of trash. But so anyway, what was it, the St. Elmo's? Yo, what's up, man? So the St. Elmo's was supposedly fixed for PvP. I don't know if y'all know about this. People are showing that in PvP you can get shocked, but you can still move, but you can't shoot back. So it's similar to being set on fire. So yeah, you can still strafe, you can still move, you can do all that other kind of stuff. So St. Elmo's is fixed right now for the BTS. We're hoping that they're going to keep that going through to TU20. So let's pray for the PvP community that that's what they get. As for that one brand or 1 year set that gives you the ability to toss a skill and cause the explosion, I was kind of wrong on the wording of what I said in my video. I do apologize. It's supposed to not make it stronger. It's supposed to make the explosive that it does of the talent stronger because it's a perfect talent. And it's basically like, it's similar to the festive delivery to where you can toss like a seeker, one of those pulse drone thingamajigers that are on the ground, no pulse. You can toss that on the ground and it's going to explode and it's going to cause an explosion. Do PvP. Hold on a second. I didn't catch everything you said. Hold on a second. Content like new conflict, maps, modes, and other is going to be back in the last stand for Division 1. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to bring that back or not. I really don't. I hope so. They said they are going to bring in new content similar to that stuff. Let's pray. Let's hope, wish in one hand, shit in the other with this game, and tell me which one fills up faster. As for that, he said it was going to be broken. Yes, because again, it's just like festive delivery. Even though they're fixing festive delivery, if I toss this skill and cause an explosion in that area, and then wherever it goes around, it's going to cause an explosion, and then it causes an explosion, and cause an explosion for like 5 seconds. So if I toss one and I toss another and I toss another, it's going to keep doing it. So it's festive delivery, but now I'm using skills. I'm not having to use grenades. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't tell me that's not going to break the game. Especially in the PvP round. That's going to be super toxic. Message was held for review. Who was that? Try, if you want to have your comments read, try to be respectful. YouTube does that stupid stuff where they block it. Don't try to use any bad words, blah, blah, blah. Try to, again, like I always say, I will be respectful for you. You'll be respectful of me. YouTube wants you to be respectful of YouTube. They'll allow you to comment these things. So just FYI, okay? Eventually going to be nerfed into the ground. Yes, it's supposed to be fixed. I wouldn't say nerfed. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, and what it's doing is doing too much. So the developers have decided to, rather than decrease its damage, they're decreasing its range. So the range was 20 meters. They've reduced it down to 10 meters. So it'll still do kind of what it's doing, and they said they're going to fix it. They didn't fix it. So I am going to hold my breath on even mentioning or doing any like that because I thought my trap build that I created was toxic. This is way worse. This is way worse. Like, y'all knew about it a long time ago. I made a trap build and it played the fucking DZ. I mean, it straight played the DZ. Yeah, I was the main guy who kind of created that one. Sorry. And it was a hardwired trap build because I saw everybody using that other one, the rigger, and I was like, that's going to get nerfed, so let me try to make this one. And I made one that where it's like every single time you don't have to worry about it. I knew it was going to get nerfed, so sorry. As for the festive delivery, it's supposed to be fast, but we'll see. Yeah, it was nasty. Oh, that's Jared. That's my buddy Gator. I'm glad he's back. Ladies and gentlemen, Jared, that is Gator right there. That is the one guy who I have played on this game since it first came out. He's the one who got me banned. Gator right there, which is Jared, he's the one who got me banned from doing the damage glitch. I didn't see your name. It's hard to see your name in all this fucking light, dude. It's already traded players on me. Yeah, it is. But, yeah. The other thing is, from what I understand, I might be wrong about this. And again, these things can change. But that's the one thing we need to focus on. It's not that this stuff is going to stay. This stuff can change tomorrow. Developers like, oh, we're going to fix this and all that kind of stuff. I still love you a long time. But these damages and everything else that we're seeing currently right now, these things can change. Either Seeker Mine combo. I did not see that. I just saw people using Seeker balls and... I'm not speeding. That's what I was about to say. Behind you, yes, Gator. The talent behind you. So supposedly that is working no matter what you do in the dark zone. So it cannot detect right now if a player is actually looking in your direction or not. So it's just a straight piece of damage. So that's not good for PvP. That's really not. I believe Oakham Gaming has been testing this, and I suggested to him to do two things to prove whether or not how it's working. And these are the two things that they need to find out how it's doing in PvP. And I'm telling y'all right now, this is the only two ways you'll know if it's working in PvP. So a player is standing here and he's facing that way, right? He's facing this way. The other player is right here and he's facing this way. This player right here goes rogue, shoots him a few times. He'll get the damage numbers. When the player turns around, if he's in his field of view and he shoots, this player shoots, he should lose the damage. If it doesn't work that way, then it's bugged. That means it's based upon sight, and if I aim at you, I can still technically pulse you, because when I'm aimed at you, it's going to highlight around your character the colors of you being rogue or not. So doing that, putting a red marker around your body, would then indicate whether or not you need to go pulse resistant. So if I put on a pulse resistant build, and the same thing, players facing this way, this player is facing this way, and then when I do that, I shoot, I have damage, and then I turn around with a pulse resistant build at 100%, and I shoot, and the damage numbers don't drop either. That is how you know it is completely and utterly bugged. Because those are the only two ways to get that out, is to be pulsed or just physical sight. So yeah, and you can still get the damage by putting a decoy on, and that's why I'm saying it could be about pulse, because when you shoot a decoy, you get pulsed, right? So that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter about the decoy. If I do those two mechanics, that will tell me how that is working and what we can do to get that fixed so it's working properly, especially for the DZ. So that's the really two options to tell whether or not it is, you know, a proper mechanic or one of the mechanics is fucked up. The other thing, the Aegis is also supposedly bugged, thanks to a gentleman called Strafers. He is a guy who told me this. Aegis is bugged and giving Cavalier. So the build that we really want to have, which is technically like the Berserk Clutch, even though Clutch is also now working like it used to of old, the Berserk part, which would be Aegis, now is giving, or not Catharsis, what did I say? It's giving Cavalier. So if it's giving me Cavalier buffs, and I don't have Cavalier nearby, I'm letting y'all know right now, everything that they have, if they push it out by February 6th, it is going to be a hot, buggy mess. And everything, it doesn't matter if you're PvE or PvP, the game is going to be just like before. It's going to be a hot mess for a month or two before we can even do shit. Yeah. So, again, that is going to be the biggest problem that we are all seeing right now. And again, this is in the BTS phase, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is a huge problem where we've seen before with the development team. They just want to push out content. And the content they want to push out, while we like it, is already bugged. And if it's that badly bugged, the game is going to be horrible. And I know a lot of people are going to be pissed off at this. I'm sorry. I'm just bringing you what I've seen, what I can prove. I've got people doing this stuff. You can go look at some of these videos on YouTube, on Twitch, and you'll see it. You'll know I'm right. You will know I'm right. So I'm afraid the game is at that state of, fuck, I'm just going to uninstall. But I can't, as a content creator, the guy who brings you guys builds and things like that, I've got to stick it out. I don't know about you. I'm just giving you my honest opinion here that it's bad. We were hoping for the best. Everybody's crossing their fingers, praying, and it's bad. Yeah, so the new exotics are kind of bad. So, okay, I have seen this right here, and I want to address this right here. I have seen a lot of people dogging those gloves, the exotic gloves, right? From the way I read the talent and from what I've seen, the gloves are a trade-off for contractors. Now, if y'all have seen the prior Dodge City Gunslinger holster, y'all remember how it gave you more accuracy and stability by having it on the Dodge City Gunslinger holster, right? And then at the same time, y'all remember where I used to be able to shoot and that bullet would go through a target to the next target to the next target, right? Well, someone showed that new exotic rifle being able to shoot 2 enemies at one time with 1 bullet, because that bullet went through that target's weak spot to another target's weak spot, and they dropped them both at once. So if y'all remember, prior to TU7, the Dodge City Gunslinger holster, having that talent on there, that right there was what it was. And that is what this is. But it is also the Achilles pulse on crack, because anything in your vision of sight is now getting that, as long as you're down the scope. And that's from what I understand and what I've seen. Now, as for the gloves, I was talking about the gloves. Those gloves are basically braced. So if you look at brakes, the talent and what it pretty much, not saying it is 100%, but pretty much what it is brakes. It allows you to take off the Petrov glove, the contractors, put on a piece of Petrov on your chest piece like glass cannon, get the damage out, but put those onto your gloves, the exotic new gloves, and now you can be in cover and spray and shoot. In a sense, that's basically what it does. And I figured that's what it was, but a lot of people are not understanding it. They're trying to use it as different ways. And I've seen one person do it. I gotta go get his name again, but he did it, and it was pretty good. He did a really good job of explaining it. And that's what I took it as, and how he explained it. And I agree with it. I agree. But and again, you can do that. If that's how you want to run it, definitely run it. But I'm just saying that you can put that on, and now instead of having braced and not having a damaged talent on your chest piece, you can drop the damaged armor off, put Petrov on your chest piece, get glass cannon. Now you've got damage while having braced. So it gives you the best of both worlds. But again, like you also said, they're situational. If I'm not using that right there to use braced, they're complete and utter dog shit. They are useless. If you're not using it in that way, they are useless. So, yeah, and what was the other one? The pistol. That pistol, I've seen so many people trying to make that pistol really work really good. That thing, because of it only having 5 seconds, it works horribly. 50% more accuracy. Well, see, if they give us 50% more, it would honestly be like, I would say, because I think, was it brace gives 45, right? Even the perfect brace gives 45 or something like that. So it would be too much. And I get the devs don't want to give us too much, but that would be a little too much. If you would have said like 30%, I would have agreed with you 100%. Like, not give us more than what brace would give. You know what I mean? That I try to be reasonable and logical with that kind of stuff. And that's how I would see it. Like, maybe give us half of whatever brace is. Say it's 50 and they give us half, give us 25, right? Give us 25. So that's basically what it is. And again, ladies and gentlemen, with all those bugs right there that they're already showing, like, again, Aegis giving the Cavalier, I gotta be honest, I was all on high hopes for this, but I'm gonna be a realistic person. It's gonna be a month before we actually get anything worth truly playing. Like, don't get me wrong, farm and get your gear when it comes out, do what you need to do, but if you're one of those PvPers, you're not gonna be happy, because that shit's not gonna work properly in the dark zone. It's really not. So while this stuff is here to fix PvP, they basically still fucked everybody else over again. Alright, let's just be real about it. And again, that's the one thing, like, whenever I do stuff like this, whenever I talk about these, I try to, like, I get where the devs are going with it. While I really dislike what the devs do sometimes, I get that they're not trying to give us too much. So I try to be logical and reasonable about it, just waiting around. Yeah. But the other part, I saw someone make a comment here earlier on today. He said this, and I have to agree with this one 100%. Why in the hell? And don't get me wrong, please, developers, if you're watching this, don't do this. I just want to know this question. He asked this, and it's a very good question. Why is the new exotic rifle so few credits, but the stuff like the apparel is so many critics. Why? And to me, after thinking about it, it didn't make any sense either. Like, you really want players to play Descent, they would have upped it to about a little bit amount. So I'm happy the developers made it very few credits to get the exotic, and then a lot of credits to get the cosmetics, because not everybody wants cosmetics. But why not just bring it down to like a few for the cosmetics, because cosmetics really aren't that important, right? I'm just not understanding why they do these things sometimes. But I get it. They want to push content out. They want to keep their game alive. They want to make us happy. I get that part. I don't understand why they do this to the player basis at times. You know, properly tested. Check your shit before you even give out anything, even prior to a BTS. Like, I would honestly be happy if they had personal game testers just come in from the month, test all the bugs, make sure there's no bugs, and then, hey, here's a BTS, tell us what you think about this shit with no bugs before we go, okay, here's your fucking game, because you're only going to have, what, 2, maybe 3 more weeks at minimum before this shit comes out, because it's the 20th. 21st, so 21st to the 6th. Yeah, you ain't got enough time. You got barely 2 weeks. So you got barely 2 weeks to fix all of the fucking bugs. Man, you better be Johnny on the spot with that short, small crew you got. Definitely. Okay, so I've actually been asked this because people are saying that clutch is fixed. So the part that's fixed for PvP is how it works. So rather than having a 4 or 5 second timer supposedly in the BTS, it's working, and I don't know if it's bugged this way, because I think the talent, if I read it right, it still reads the exact same, but somehow or another they were able to kick that shit in and make it work right off the bat. There was no need to get a kill. There was nothing like that. It was just working. Like old school clutch, you know, you just shoot and you regen your ship. So if that be the case, and all I got to do is shoot to regen my ship, and it's still reading properly, that means it might be bugged as well. So I'm praying to God that they fixed it properly, so it's working properly as we wanted to of old. And if so, if this is true, and it does work this way, you won't need the Devil's Due backpack, although the Devil's Due backpack will give you more in survivability. You're more or less looking to get something out of damage, because you're most likely, and I'm going to be honest about it, you're going to be using an SMG. Everybody who was testing it was using the Ouroboros, because of the high RPM, because of how clutch works. You want something with high RPM to get the most back faster. So you're going to use a Vector 45 or a Vector of any sort, and you're going to use probably the Ouroboros because it has the highest one. So if you do that, you're going to want a Sokolov backpack, a 511 backpack because of the health, the Seska Devil's Due backpack, or a Grupo Sombra backpack with clutch. So right now, if you're not farming for very specific stuff, farm for those 4. Again, it's going to be Sokolov. It's going to be 511. It's going to be the Devil's Due backpack. And then it's going to be a Grupo backpack, all with clutch. Make sure you have critical hit chance and critical hit damage. That way you can roll whatever attribute you want, whether it be blue or red, on the top. Now, if you have those 4, great, good job, okay, great. Like I said in my other video, You don't need a farm unless you're farming for very specific stuff like that. On the weapons, all the weapons are going to be right there on the bench that you're going to need to craft. So for the weapons, you're going to want a shield splinter because of that. And you're going to want an ACS-12, and you're going to want an Ouroboros. You want those three right there, okay? And the reason for those three is because they have the best RPM, land your shots, and you'll be able to crit fairly good off those, and not is just based upon the shots like it was doing. An ACS-12 and the Ouroboros are going to be the two top ones to be on there. That's going to give you your survivability, just like old school Berserk Clutch. And yeah, you're good, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely make sure you have an ACS-12 that you have with the right rolls of what you want. So you can put whatever talent you want on there. And same thing, Ouroboros, or you're going to want one of the two. I would either go with a FAMAS or the Shield Splinter for the damage. Pick one of those two right there, and you should be good. That being said, that's pretty much all I got. So if y'all got any questions of what I've seen, I'd probably give you any kind of else or whatever. If you want to ask me some questions, by all means, ask some questions in the comments. Except you, Gator. You're not allowed to ask me no questions. I need a drink. Yes. Okay. So yes, for chest piece, same thing. Same thing. Those four that I listed is going to be Sokolov. You're going to look for 511, Seska, or Grupo. So let's say you have one of those on your backpack. Look for one of the other ones for your chest piece, and make sure it's got Obliterate. Definitely go for the Obliterate, because that's probably going to be the only one that's going to give you the damage right there for your chest piece. Because that Aegis chest piece is only just going to increase your protection. So there's no reason to do anything like that. Go for damage. What is the next content going to be? Another encouragement? I don't know. They're talking, from what I understood, I might be wrong on this. Do not take this as 100% fact. From what I understand, it's going to be something similar to an incursion. It's going to be another, like we have one raid right now, you know, and then they give us another raid later on. I think they're going to give us an incursion and then another version of an incursion again. I really do think so, and that's what the word is. I might be wrong, they might be right, they might be wrong, I might be right. I don't fucking know. Honest to God. Yeah, and that's the thing. You're not too much worried about your armor, you're going for the health. Because everything else is only going to give you a 5% health boost. Like Gilligard's still going to be at 5%. So there's no point in going for armor. Just go for the health. Oh, shit. Mountain Dew me. Yeah, and exactly, and that's why I think, like, in the back of my mind, it's probably going to do an attempt, but again, the way I've seen with the incursion and how many people actually enjoy a small raid like that, I would not put it past them to do one of the two. I would expect them to do another small mini raid like an incursion, and I would expect them to do something else with Sim as well. So I'm kind of, that's why I'm like this, but I'm leaning more towards the incursion. I'm leaning more towards the incursion, honestly. Yeah, I can see where you're going with that, and I think you might be right. I think he might I think he might be right, ladies and gentlemen. Now that I think about it, after you kind of put it that way, I think he might be right. I'm now going to take my vote for incursion and go for dissent, because I didn't think about it that way. They put that in a loophole for the dissent. I'm pretty sure they're going to do something else with dissent. And that's probably what's going to be the new content, now that I think about it that way. Yep. Which would make me wonder, what the fuck are they going to do with dissent? Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe, now that I think about it, maybe they'll add like another little boss, like you get X amount of so far, and now you can increase another nemesis or something like that. You know what I mean? And oh, here's another nemesis after so far. Oh yeah, definitely. The only problem, sorry, got something stuck in the back of my throat. With the way the health is going, that's why I say you want to have an AR. It's one reason why you want to have an AR ready for that type of build, and that's another reason why I would say also try to find one piece of Fenris. I didn't think about it until all that. But the reason why I want to say a piece of Fenris is the ARs will go through damage to targets out of cover and health damage. So if I can get rid of your armor really quick with damage to targets out of cover, because you're going to be trying to face tank, but I've got health damage on my AR, and I get to your health, I'm going to need that to take you down a lot faster than an SMG. So that also leads me to believe why they did what they did with the shield splinter as well. So I would make sure you have a Devil's Due. The number 2 pieces that I'm pretty sure are going to be number 1 on that build is going to be the Devil's Due backpack and a Fenris Obliterate chest piece. I'm willing to put money on those right there will be just as good as doing a Seska backpack or a Grupo backpack with a clutch and a Sokolov chest piece with Obliterate. I guarantee you can make both of those builds right there, and no matter what you use, it's going to be really, really strong. Because if I can get it off your armor that quick and I can get down to your health, and I'm using the AR, I'm going to kill you faster than the SMG. The SMG is going to get through your armor faster because of the RPMs that they have, especially the Ouroboros. So there's going to be a tie right now. Yeah, you could do the Hollow Man, but you're going to take away from that Aegis being able to give you the buffs, because you're going to have a backpack and a chest piece opposite. So, I mean, you could make that work. You could put on a Ninja Bike backpack, put on a Hollow Man, put on a Seska or Sokolov chest piece to get the damage out with Obliterate. Then you got the 3-piece of that Aegis group to get the survivability. Now you got damage to their health, as well as you got the SMG damage to back it up. Again, tons of combinations right there. That's just some of them I've thought of. Mask holster combat, yeah, it could be. the survivalist, because incoming repairs heal you, and it gives an outgoing. An outgoing gives you an incoming, and it does a repeat loop that way. So yeah, if you have incoming repairs, you can do that as well. What's going on? Carbine 7's not bad. It's a really good beam weapon. It doesn't have a whole lot of kick. It's a really good AR. It's kind of underlooked, and since they're going to be fixing it to where it can roll with any type of talent from T220, I wouldn't doubt that becomes a really good long-range beam weapon. As for up close and personal, I'll take anything with a high RPM. Yeah, it is. It really is right now. So again, that's why I say to everybody, do yourself a favor. Don't go farming for those types of weapons that you can craft at that bench. If you can't craft it at the bench right there, yes, go farm for what you need to get, because that bench is going to get a huge improvement. Like y'all may not have seen how improved tinkering is. Tinkering is going to make that bench so much more valuable. All you have to do is have max attributes in your library, everything maxed out, and that bench is going to become God mode for what you want to get. So if you want a weapon, wait. I'm telling you right now, if you want a weapon, especially like an F2000, if that's what you want to go for, wait. Do yourself a favor, unless you already have one. Wait until TU20 drops. Go get your what you exactly want. Go get exactly what you want from that bench and craft it. Gear, like what you're wearing, masks, backpacks, all that, definitely go farm that shit. Go farm, get your components, get all your other stuff. Go get that. Otherwise, weapons, just be ready to craft them. What do you say? Oh yeah, behind you getting nerfed. Yeah. And we were talking about that because they weren't able to, I don't know if Bukamari and them were actually able to make it visible. They were testing it as I had suggested, and it wasn't working. So I believe that town is completely and utterly broken right now. Yes, so basically, from the way, again, I may be wrong about this because it's what other people are portraying, because I'm not playing the PTS, but from what I've seen, what I understand from the people I've talked to, basically what it is if your library stuff is completely maxed out with rolls, like say damage targets out of cover is maxed out, health damage, AR or weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage on your gear, on your weapons, all of that is completely maxed out. Now that God roll shit that you're going to craft will be randomized, but you can craft a completely and utterly God roll piece. So let's say you have, because the number one thing a lot of people want to have is a Matador, right? You want a Matador, a crit Matador. That is like the hardest thing for a lot of players to get. If you have crit chance and critical hit damage and weapon damage maxed out, and you have the Matador from Descent unlocked, you could basically go and craft a Matador backpack, and the rolls would be maxed out across the board right now from what they showed in the BTS. And then you're just going, okay, please give me a chance of critical damage. And if you happen to get those, then you can roll a blue however you want, but everything will be fully maxed out across that piece of gear. Yep. And again, I'm not playing BTS. I'm going by what others have told me, what others have shown me. I've seen this stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of, like, I like it. I'm kind of scared. It does allow, and by doing it this way right here, it does allow players to not have to worry about wasting too many materials, because you're like, I want this very specific piece. Now it's all max roll. I don't have to worry about maxing that shit out. Great. That's one way to cut down on people wasting components, wasting points, trying to build all this stuff up. It's a great way for time-saving stuff for players. So I love it. If this is what they're going to do for it in TU20, and they keep it that way, this is great. Like I said, these are, all of this stuff right here is great. It is a huge game changer. It makes this game worth it in the end. But again, my biggest problem is if they've already got bugs like those other ones I described to you earlier, it doesn't matter how good this stuff is, we're going to have a month or two before shit is really going to be worth it. And that's what's going to suck. I don't think the player base, especially some of the PvP, you might be a PvEer more than a PvPer, I don't know. But I'm just going to say this, those that want a PvP, they're going to have to wait another month when this stuff releases before they ever get to truly use into their best abilities in the PvP area. So it gives them a month to farm, it gives them a month to get all their shit straightened away. Yes, I can see it that way. I have people told me it that way. I do agree with that statement. But again, it's still, we want it now. We're tired of waiting. We've waited for how many years for this shit to be good, and we always get bugs. That's how I'm going to say it. Like I said, I'll be straight up honest, forward with you. That's how I see it. I don't know if you agree with me. If you don't, let me know. I'm all ears. But that's how I see it. not that bad, Kwame. 2.1 mil on a full red. That's actually not that bad, because most ARs like that right there, even if you have it on there for it, those are hitting for almost, was it 1.9 to almost 2 mil. So that's not that big of an increase. Now, if you're talking in the shooting range, that's one thing. If you're talking that right there in the dark zone, oh yeah. Yeah, we got a problem there. I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen anybody talk about it though. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, is it shooting? So okay, yeah, it's not that bad if it's in shooting range. It's not that bad. It's more or less of a question if and how the mechanic works in PvP. Man, it's windy as fuck up here. I couldn't help myself. Sorry. Dear Lord, I apologize. Bless all the pygmies down in the beginning. Amen. Pastor be like, man, you need to go say 5 Hail Marys. All right, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. Yeah, so, okay. So that one talent is going to be on the M700. If y'all haven't seen it, I posted in my latest video the actual weapon that it's going to be on. And that's the M700, that one that looks like that one down there. Now there's two versions. There's the wooden one, and then there's the metallic one. Now depending on which one it's going to be on, one's going to have more stability, the other one's going to have more damage. That's it. One of them is going to have 4 mod slots, the other one's going to have 3 mod slots. So really, I don't know how that's going to play out, because I think, what is it, Perfect Ranger is on that one M700, and then it's the one where you get a kill and it increases your skills amount. get another kilo of increase skills amount, get another kilo increase amount. If you have 3 tiers, it'll up into 6 tiers, and then 6 tiers it goes to overdrive or overclock or something like that. So scalpel, the scalpel. So both of those are M700s. It's a question of which one it's going to be on. And I believe there's another one. Yeah, the Elkins long stick. Long stick. I believe there's another version of the 700. Maybe it's a 44, but it actually looks like a real life like M700. You know, like the carbon fiber stock, long black barrel, everything else. Ones you see in like sniper movies. But yeah. Anyway, it's more or less a question of which one it's going to be on. Yeah, Tactical 308. There's another one. That's why I said there's one that looks like the scalpel. It's not that one, but if you go to my video, you'll see it. I selected it in there. It says M700 blah blah blah. I think it was Tactical M700 or something. And then just below it, you'll see M700, and it's the one that looks like the Elkins long stick, you know, the wooden base one. It looks like my grandpa's rifle. It is a 7 mag. So again, M700 7 mag. Model 700, yeah, that's right. Thank you. God, listen, man, all this cocaine on the fucking ground. Is Hunter Biden out here? Here, I'll let y'all take a look. It blowing across the fucking road right here too. And right now I'm trying to get over here and make this fucking delivery, so I'm going mock Jesus. And the pedal to the floor, I'm going about 78 miles an hour, maybe 75. And the wind's blowing at my side, that's why it's kind of tilted on the camera. That's how much I'm getting tilted. No, it's just wind. Now I'm driving so fucking hard and I got cardboard on the front of my fucking engine to try to keep it warm. But damn it. Fuck yeah. I ain't trying to stay in this shit. I got a family up here in Nebraska, but I did not like coming to Nebraska, man. Look at that. It's so fucking flat. You can see your dog run away for 10 days and still yell at it to come back. Hey, don't be hating on Nebraska, man. Nebraska is my dad's home. He wasn't born there. My dad was born in Florida, but he was born in Florida and they moved to Nebraska. Nebraska is where he's from, man. This is like his hometown. Don't ever. My dad's watching me. He's going to jump on your ass right now. Hello, what's up? And literally, that's the only thing that's out here. Empty fields for corn. That's it. Just cornfields after cornfields after cornfields. Yep, North Dakota's, I don't even want to talk about North Dakota, man. That shit pissed me off the other day. I got about 10 more minutes with you, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna rotate y'all back around. We're gonna, there we go. So I got a little story for y'all, and no, it's not about what happened and all that shit last night. Yes, as soon as the new season comes out, I will be doing another Codex. And it might be my last one. I'm not going to lie. It might be my last one because after seeing what's going on with the BTS again, I'm tired of this shit where we keep getting fucked over. If this does not come out smooth, let you know, guys know now, I'm going to do my Codex. Once I'm done with my Codex, I'm done with the game. If it all goes smooth, everything goes smooth, I will stay and continue to play. Tennessee and North Carolina, yeah. Been there. I don't need to be there right now. But so I got a little story for y'all. Permanently, no. I won't be gone permanently. If Division 3 comes out, I'll come back for Division 3. And I'll do all my stuff there for Division 3. But as for Division 2, if Division 2 does like I think it's going to do, and it's really bad, and we have to wait a month for all these other fixes because they don't want to do the proper testing and everything else, I will do my Codex. I will get all the builds. I'll make them as best as I possibly can to where they work for PvP and PvE. If not, I'll let you know that they're only for specific types of stuff like I always do with my Codex, and then I'm done. I am done. I don't need the stress. I don't need the bullshit. I don't need the drama. I'm tired of dealing with it. It's nothing more than that right there. And nothing ever gets fixed the way that it should be. I know I'm crossing my fingers hoping it's not Gator. I know. But everybody knows I'm a very logical man. I'm taking everything logically in proper steps, and it's not adding up. Shit looks bad, so I'm just going to call it how it is. But again, when all that shit's said and done, I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. It doesn't mean that I won't come back and give you guys some stuff. Like if you ask me some questions, it doesn't mean I'm not going to come back and do a video to help guide you, to help you out and give you some information. If you think someone's completely and utterly bullshitting you, I will try to do my best to explain where I see it as bullshit, give you the proper information, give you the best damages and stuff like that, and give a full breakdown like I always do of this build will work here, it won't work here, this is what you'll see to get the best out of it. And if you don't like that, at least I'll make it where you can trade off the talents, or trade off the guns and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the only reason I'll probably do it if from what it looks like it's that bad. But I have been enjoying myself over at Starfield, and the reason why I'm telling you guys, for y'all that play Xbox or PC, why I'm enjoying myself on Starfield is I told a bunch of guys, they thought I was crazy, they thought I was bullshitting, but players right now are creating mods, and the mods that they're creating are helping players do things that the devs would not let them do. And this is the story I was going to let y'all know about. Is people thought I was bullshitting. Well, they announced about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, that the developers of Starfield are actually going to be bringing those mods to Xbox. Now, some of these mods that they're talking about also are for the game. There is a mod that some players are trying to create PvP in Starfield. They are attempting to create with a mod a PvP type scenario for Starfield. If they do that, the developers are going to bring any and every mod that to Xbox. That is to get my character to level 328 as fast as possible, allow you to use all those mods. You could then PvP in Starfield. And that is why I'm trying to get that, because I could be one of the first Xbox players to PvP on Starfield. Sorry, my phone's about to die. Yes, and they're choosing, the developers are the ones that are choosing the mods of some of these that even some players are even helped create. Like they actually, even though the developers are the ones who are doing these mods, the player base are actually helping them create these things. So if this does happen and the developers see this as a bonus, it will still be on the developers to release said mod, but it has to pass by them to say, okay, we're going to allow this to come over. And if they do, we could see a PvP on Starfield. We could. I never said that it will. I'm just saying that there is a huge possibility this could happen.
Take the first exit on the right onto the grass area.
So again, if that does happen, that is, I will be one of the first ones to do that for Xbox. I'm not going to say I am the first one, because I'm sure there's other players who are probably playing and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this right here. But me as a content creator, I doubt there's that many of them who are doing this stuff who want a PvP on Xbox because they enjoy it as a, you know, a PvE type scenario. If it does allow me to do that, believe me, I'm going to take full advantage of that. She got a fat ass, son. Fucking crap. Get there. Come on. Climb that hill. Fucking ice. Ooh, there we go. And that's another thing I love about, oh, he just meant, yes. So, that's the one thing I love about Starfield. So they already put out a patch, and the patch was like 1.9 something or other. The last one was 1.8. It didn't take up any fucking space. I love that. It just did everything on its own. They were like, we're just going to send out a tiny little patch, and just it was done. All their stuff that they've worked on and fixed is done like that. So, yeah. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta cut the stream. I'm coming up. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Maybe not. Hold on. Pick a lane, you asshole. Everybody's gotta get you. Thanks for finally putting on your fucking hazards. Oh, you're gonna hit that. Oh, you're gonna hit that ice. Yep. There you go. Tilt that shit. See that ice pack right there in front of his grill? Yeah, he hit that. Bouncy, 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 fun, 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 fun. Oh, shit. Okay, Prime, what are you doing? Anyway, yeah, I gotta get fuel. I am down to bare bones right now. I'm surviving on hopes and prayers. What the fuck are you doing? But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta get some stuff done. Because I'm not gonna let y'all see me go take a shit inside and get fuel, blah blah blah. So y'all have a good one. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay warm, and take care of each other. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Please, if you don't have a Discord, try to get a Discord. And yeah, we're gonna try to help each other out and all that kind of stuff. I know like fucking hell you ain't doing that shit. Oh hell no, I'm about to beat this motherfucker's ass. I'm about to beat this motherfucker's ass. This dude right in front of me. You just cut me the fuck off. Oh, fuck you. Oh, hell no. Fuck you, bitch. Oh, I'm coming for your ass. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you fucking win. You don't fuck with Off Constantly. Off Constantly's too big of a fucking boy to fuck with you. Well, you ain't gonna cut in front of me. I'm gonna do that stupid ass shit. Don't fuck with me. I ain't the guy to fuck with. What the hell is going on? The gentleman cut in front of me, took my pump, and because the weather's so bad out here, we're very limited on the fuel. They only allow you so much. If this tank and everything else runs out, as you can see, I'll show you right now. You see that fuel pump over, or the fuel truck right over there on the right? they only have so much fuel. I have to get a full tank because I got to run my blower. If old boy would have cut in front of me and taken my fuel, I wouldn't be able to unload. So, I made sure he didn't get to use the pump because of what he did. Sorry, but you don't fuck with me when I got to get fuel to make sure I make my delivery. Especially when I got to unload. Ain't gonna do that. You don't fuck with me like that, I'll go to brawl. I won't hesitate. Because you're in the way of me and my paycheck. That shit ain't gonna fly. Sorry. Anyway, y'all be safe, y'all be good. Welcome to America.